So day 2, I went to the sports day. My friends came down from London and we went to the sports day together. I have to tell you, God, never truth, I don't know why I did that. When I walked over there and I came back, I had to like walk and stop. I had to bend down and come back up, bend down. Like it was so much. The pain was getting like the walk aggravated it quite a bit. So if anybody out there are gonna do any UFE, your uterine fibroid embolization, take some days off work and chill because you will need that time. Hi guys, welcome back to another beautiful video. Says Annika here, as you know your girl. All right, so today I am back with part 2 of my uterine fibroid embolization video. All right, so this is going to be part 2. I'm just going to be telling you the last video I had part 1, and part 1 I ended at day 1, the day 1 after surgery, because honestly I couldn't even come back to you guys to tell you what happened. So if you really want to see what happened and hear what happened, not see but hear what happened, stay tuned. Okay guys, so thank you for staying tuned, and like I said, this is just a follow-up from my part 1 I always forget the name, UFE, yeah, uterine fibroid embolization. Part 1 you would have seen in my video. If you have not watched part 1 as yet, please go and watch it. And the intention was to actually come back to you guys each day to give you like a little breakdown of what happened after I did the procedure. But guys, I couldn't come back. Honestly, I couldn't come back. So day 1, and those who need to catch up can watch the video prior. I'm just following from back, so I don't want to repeat what happened in part 1, but you can watch part 1 for that. So I had the procedure done, the operation done, and I left hospital 24 hours after. So the procedure was done in the afternoon, and then I left the following afternoon. I got discharged, right? So when I say everything about the pain, it was a lot. I was put on the PCA pump, which is that pump that I told you that you need to like press it each time you feel like you need some pain relief. It was morphine that was in there. They sent me home on oral morphine, ibuprofen, oral morphine, ibuprofen, codeine, and no, it wasn't ibuprofen, it was oral morphine, codeine, and paracetamol. That's what they sent me home on for pain relief, basically, and some anti-sickness, because obviously I was a bit sick, from you heard in part 1. But the sickness didn't really last. Honestly, by the time I went home, I wasn't feeling sick at all. It was just immediately after the procedure that I was sick. Apart from that, I was fine. So day 1, I came home and I was trying to manage the pain, taking my medications on time. Some was 3 times per day, some was 4 times per day. So I was trying to make sure that I was clocking the medication on time so that the pain wouldn't actually, it would control the pain as opposed to wait until the pain come, then trying to do something. Day 2, which was a Saturday, I told you guys that I had a sports day to go to, right? So day 2, I went to the sports day. My friends came down from London and we went to the sports day together. I have to tell you, God, never truth, I don't know why I did that. Like, I was adamant to go to that sports day because it's something that we've been planning for a while. I actually thought that the procedure would have been smooth sailing. The procedure in itself was smooth sailing, but I thought that after would have been okay. But it was rough. Like, it did rough. Like, honestly, I didn't actually imagine it would have been that rough. Like, I was watching YouTube videos prior to doing my procedure just to kind of prep me, and people were saying about the pain and stuff like that. But because I know that I have a high pain threshold, I didn't think it would have been a problem. I thought that I would have been fine. And especially I've got oral morphine to take home, codeine to take home, paracetamol. Those are 3 all put together, a good concussion, them there for pain relief. But the day 2, I went to the sports day, and I wasn't, of course I wasn't going to do any activity. I was just going there just to just to chill, basically, and cheer whoever on. I brought my, blankets and whatnot. I was just chilling in the grass with my friends and stuff, eat, drink, whatever. Eating was fine for me. My appetite increased after I came home, because after it was like in the hospital, I didn't really have appetite. The pain was too much. I couldn't really eat. The food was crap. But when I came home, my friend, Delapo, girl, big up yourself. Delapo helped me with some food and stuff, and I was okay managing, I think, a little bit. In fact, No, that's a lie. I wasn't okay managing food until about day 4 actually. So when I came home day 2 at the sports day, I tried to eat some stuff and it was some Jamaican food, some of the glad feeds, and I was like, okay, this must spite my taste bud a bit. But I didn't really have appetite to eat, and then I was in so much pain. You know, the pain was like I had the operation pain at that point. It was really painful, like the day 2. But then what happened is that I was on the field, like it was a sports day, so it was out at a big park, right? And then I wanted to go to the toilet, and the toilet was far over our next part of the park. And I walked over there, and I had to just take my time and walk. And I'm telling you, that walk that I made over there was like the wrong move. Like it was the wrong move to make. Like the walk, I don't know what the walk do, but walked over there and I came back. I had to like walk and stop, walk and stop. I had to bend down and come back up, bend down. Like it was so much. The pain was getting like the walk aggravated it quite a bit. So when I came back, as maybe it was like 15 minutes after, I was like, I have to go now. I legit had to go. So my girls just we left, and then I just basically chilled at home with them instead of being out the day. But I think that was a wrong thing to do. So if anybody out there are gonna do any UFE, your uterine fibroid embolization, take some days off work and chill, because you would need that time. Like the after pain is a lot. It is a lot. And you know, like the pain after you had like the operation type pain, then it came the constipation pain. The constipation pain was so much, like the codeine, the Oromorph, those things are like constipation friend. Like those drugs are very highly, like it gets you constipated so easily. And obviously it's either pain or the constipation. It wasn't like I was choosing like to be constipated, but I had to take pain relief because the pain was much. And then me taking the pain relief is like it was the operation pain and then the constipation pain. Day 2 was mad. I went to bed. Day 3, I didn't bother to go to church. Day 2 was a Saturday. Sunday, I'm not go to church. I stayed home. I was like, okay, I'm not going to do this to myself. I'm not a girl that usually miss church, but I had to stay home. And I think that did me a world of good, right? So I stayed home. I was trying to see if I could wean myself off of the pain relief just because I wanted to like open my bowels because it was getting so uncomfortable. Like by the time it got to day 4, I had to I had to buy prune juice. I was trying to drink water. You know, water helps you to actually loosen your bowels. I was trying to drink water, drink so much water. I brought prune juice, prune. I was taking everything to try and open my bowels, and it wasn't happening. So that was another level of discomfort. It was so bad. So I think that like with the procedure, like the actual constipation pain became more than the actual operation pain. That's how I feel. So take your medications on time, yes, but get them to prescribe you like some laxatives or something, some sort of fiber stuff, right? Because I don't know, like I don't know, because I was in so much pain when I was leaving the hospital, I didn't even remember to say to the doctor, like, you know, like when I looked at the prescription, I should have known that I would have needed some laxatives. But I don't know if it's because usually I never have problem with constipation. Like I'm a girl that my bowels are very free, so it's almost like it never really come upon my mind. Like it wasn't really in my mind, but honestly, it was a lot. So day 3, day 4 was it was battling. Like I really wanted to come back to you each day to give you the actual authentic as it come, but I couldn't take up a video, I couldn't take up a camera, I couldn't do anything. Like day 4 to 5 is when I actually started getting back my appetite and was able to eat properly. And it's almost like you're eating and everything bung up because nothing is going anywhere, you know. So the Lapo had bought me some food, and then I had, how do you go? Did I cook? I don't even think I cooked. I think I probably ordered something, or maybe I cooked. I'm not sure, but it was rough. It was just rough, and you know, then it got to about day. I think I had placement to go to day. This must have been day 5 now. I didn't go. Day 5 or day 6, I didn't go. And I didn't go because after taking everything to open my bowels, then the bowels open. The bowels became free, and I'm telling you, it was just pouring and pouring, and I was just going to toilet like constantly. because it was like an overflow. So it wasn't like I was having diarrhea, but it was like an overflow. Sorry for the whole explanation, but guys, you have to know to be prepared for this thing, because I thought people were saying make sure you take your pain medication. That's what people was mostly saying. Make sure you take your pain medication because the pain is a lot. But they didn't really say a lot about the constipation. It was mad. Like, it was mad. So I had to miss 1 day of placement, like to go on the words, because I was opening my bowels frequently, and it was not worth risking going, even though I didn't want to be having to make up hours, but it never worth risking going to. And then I was on postnatal ward as well, so you can't go around babies and you're pooing like that. It's not safe for the mothers and the newborn babies. So I stayed home. But after a week, I kid you not, after a week it was fine. Like, when it got to about day 7, like, when you're walking, you will feel a little discomfort, but it was now manageable. And by day 7, I stopped taking the oral morphine, and I was only taking like the codeine and the paracetamol. So I'm just trying to wean myself off the pain relief, just to try and let my bowels just get some free flow, some regularity and things. So I came off the oral morphine. I still got the oral morphine in my cupboard because I just stopped using it. And then I was using the codeine and the paracetamol. And then by the time it got to about day 8 or 9, I came off of the codeine, and I was able to be all right just on the paracetamol. So basically a week and a half after, the pain had actually subsided. It was okay. It was all right. But yeah, like, it was rough. So fast forward to after everything settled. So after I was no longer in pain, the days preceding to that. So it's now, it's towards the end. It's the mid-July. So I would have done the procedure now. I did the operation like just over a month ago. So the update after like 10 days, like 10 days after the procedure, by then I was okay, right? So I was having like spottings, and then I was having like bleeding. I wasn't sure if it was like a period or not, because I was having it immediately after the procedure, like I bled for a little bit and stuff. And then after that, I was still having to wear like thin pads, really thin pads though, or panty liner, because like I would have the odd days bleed and then stop, and bleed and stop. So those were that was my experience after everything. Like, bleed stop. And to be honest, I wasn't sure if I actually had a period or not. I wasn't sure, because my period before the embolization was very, very, very heavy. I wouldn't have to guess whether I had period or not. Like, I wouldn't have to guess. It was heavy, like excruciating pain, very heavy, lots of clots. Now it was just okay, and you can feel some discomfort, some pain, yes, but nothing compared to what I was feeling before. Nothing at all compared to that. And then what would I say? It wasn't like a lot. It wasn't heavy. It was just not, I guess, I don't have to say normal, because my normal was just so it was just okay. Then forward to when the following month, which is now July, when I've actually had a period. My period usually before the embolization would last, just to give you a background, minimum 7 days. So it'd be 7, 10, 12, even 14 days sometimes. I think I said that in the previous video, I think. So it could go up to 14 days. But this period that came was the first proper period I had since, and it lasted literally like 5.5 days, literally. And I used to use like very big maternity pads, like very thick pads. I bought some normal pads now, some regular size pads, and those is what I was wearing, and it was fine. I never soiled myself. I never overflow. Like, it was just fine. Pain wise, I just only took paracetamol, and I took paracetamol like 2 days, and it was just in the night. Like, there was 2 nights when I felt like really like tightening, niggling in my lower abs, and I was like, okay, maybe I can bear it, because I know what my pain level was like before this, so this I can bear. But I was like, okay, I've got paracetamol, why do I need to bear pain if I don't have to? And that's how I actually took the paracetamol. It was just 2 nights, like not for the entire day. Usually when my period is on, I have to take pain relief like religiously, tedious, 3 times daily. So every 8 hours, bam. Every 8, bam. Next 8 hours, bang. But this time the paracetamol literally only took when I was going to bed, and it was fine. Like, I didn't have pain. I didn't see any clots, any at all, like nil clots, and the flow was very manageable. It was good. Yeah, I think that's my feedback basically from the end of the procedure. Yeah, it was manageable. It was fine. I can't complain. If this is it, I cannot complain. What else did they? So I'm gonna have a follow up to the clinic. So they were like 6 weeks after. If you have any issues, let them know. If I do, then they'll book me in for clinic. I did get a follow up call last week. I had a call from my doctor, my gyno, and basically based on what she was saying and everything, it's still fine. She was asking me about any issues I was having. I wasn't having any issues, so that was fine. So I'm still waiting on my follow up 6 months repeat MRI to see what happened to the fibroids. So I will keep you guys updated, I guess, 6 months. Like when I have the 6 month appointment, that's when I think, because it's not worth coming to update about anything else unless something out of the norm happened or something strange happened, then I'll come and update you again. But I think the next update I'll give you must be like after the 6 months, because nothing else will happen from here. So I'm in month 2, the second month in. And yeah, this is just like I said, part 2. I'll give you part 3. It makes sense to do it after the MRI. So the things that my gyno, my actual doctor that did the procedure was informing me about or concerned about was that, so you go in with the catheter, like I explained in the first video, and they insert the crystals or whatever it is that they insert. It stops to cut the blood supply to the fibroids, and in that process, the fibroids will die. So one of the things he was concerned about was one of the position of one of the fibroids. He said it's a possibility it might slough off and like fall into the cervix and impact the cervix basically. But you know, we pray against that, so that not gonna happen to me in Jesus' name. Yeah, with the fire altar and we pray, and that not gonna reach the girl. So there'll be no slotting off of anything into any cervix. There'll be no impacting of this girl's cervix, right? So yeah, so it's just basically a repeat scan in 6 months' time just to check the status of the fibroids. I will keep you guys updated, God's willing, God's spare my life, by the grace of God. I will keep you guys updated. So that is my procedure, and I'm a happy girl. It's the first I've had a period since for a very long time now. This is before my 30s that I've been suffering with this, and it's the first I've had a period, and it's been fine. Like a couple days after the period, I could not even wear like panty line. Like, usually even after my period, even after it lasted 10, 12, 14 days, I'm still having to wear panty liners because of spotting in between. But it's been completely fine. It's been fine, and I am a happy girl, and I'm very happy that I actually did this procedure. So for me now, it's just making sure that I continue with my diet and how I eat, just to make sure that I don't eat things that will contribute to growth of fibroids, right? Because we know that the fibroids can grow back, but in the name of Jesus, this one will not grow back. These ones will not grow back. So I will continue to just eat right and do what I need to do while God do what he needs to do to make sure that these do not grow back. All right, so we're going to give the uterus something else to grow, so pray for your girl. All right, so yeah, that's it. That's my update for my uterine fibroid procedure embolization, and I hope it helps somebody as other people's video helped me before I did my procedure. If you have any questions or anything concerned, any input, you can comment below in the description, in the comment section. Yeah, ask me whatever. I'm open. I'm feeling very vulnerable now because I'm not usually this open, but I'm open to answer whatever you guys want to ask me. So any questions, ask them below, and I do pay attention to my comment section, so I will answer. All right, guys. So thanks again for tagging along with me on this journey. I have so much journey giving you guys, isn't it? Braces journey, university journey, now embolization journey. But thanks for coming along with me. Do remember to like, share. Do remember to like, share, and subscribe. All right, so until the next video, guys, peace out. Love you all. Bye.